fell in after hours as the company's third quarter profits fell 11% on disappointing sales of its flagship Windows software. The company's fourth quarter outlook is also shy of analyst estimates, but Microsoft is raising guidance for fiscal 2009. While acknowledging the weak U.S. economy, Microsoft says the slowdown in its home market isn't hampering its other business. Well, for more on Microsoft, we're now joined by Alexander Bosnjak, lead telecoms, media, and technology analyst at Strategy Digital Media. Alexander, good to have you with us. First of all, Microsoft says it's a one-off quarter. Do you believe them?
It's difficult to say. One should always believe Microsoft. However, it's always about the balancing present and the future, and where the company, in this case Microsoft, is seeing itself a long-term rather than short-term.
You know, Alexander, what's the biggest challenge here? I mean, you look at a company that was founded on software. They had vowed at one point never to get into hardware. Now they do have hardware elements. They saw softness in the software. So when you look at the company, where are the biggest challenges?
The biggest challenge is to move from the original business, which is software, into the new business, which is really services. And then the next level of challenge is to link it all together. So it's all competencies and marrying it with the online services competencies, which obviously translates into online advertising revenues and turning into player in this space. So the challenge really is combining its old strengths with its future strengths, or where Microsoft's obviously intention is to become a serious contender to Google in the online advertising space.
So then you really can't believe them when they say, well, we can do it without Yahoo. They really need Yahoo to move forward with that.
Yes and no. Again, I emphasize it is about balancing the present and the future. When I say the present, whether they choose to do it organically or via acquisitions, they cannot do it both via organic investments and via acquisitions. Nobody has cash to do that. So it's really the matter of choice. And depending on the outcome of the whole, bid with the Yahoo, it's going to determine their strategy to this next level of evolution of Microsoft as a company.
Do you think if Yahoo don't sort of agree to talks by the weekend, that Microsoft will go hostile? Is it in their interest to try and get a policy support for a vote away from the management?
I would not bet my yes or no. I think it remains to be seen. I don't think it's in the interest of both companies to fight. I think it's in the mutual interest of both companies to come to a deal if they both perceive that they're going to go for a deal. So I think they will all try to gain a speedy resolution rather than a lengthy battle.
Yeah, look, Joe Yang, I mean, if you're running Yahoo, what you want to try and do is get the best possible price you think you can extract for your shareholders. I mean, that's your duty to do it. So you've got to play this, I guess you've got to play a bit of a game of chicken here to try and do that. I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to, does it make absolute sense? Does the deal just stack up so fundamentally that it's hard to ignore?
It's easy to measure the actual results. It's easy to measure the increase in revenues, if you will, but I think it's difficult to measure if Yahoo really did better on the last quarter. In my opinion, no. I think Yahoo is in the position of weakness, and it really does have to get into bed with somebody.
All right. Alexander, we'll have to leave it there. Alexander Bosnjak, lead telecoms and media technology analyst, Strategy Digital Media.